a nation of resilience and rich heritage. Political landscape, struggles for self-determination and political stability. Historical significance, from the Kingdom of Sennar to independence and nation building. Cultural heritage, diverse ethnic groups, vibrant traditions, and celebrations. Sports as a unifying force, football, basketball, and traditional sports fostering unity. Conclusion, South Sudan's indomitable spirit shines through history, culture, and sports. History of South Sudan from 1800 to 2023. (1800 to 1821). The region of South Sudan is part of the Kingdom of Sennar, a powerful Muslim state in present-day Sudan. Sennar falls under Egyptian rule in 1821, marking the beginning of Egyptian dominance in the area. 1821 to 1885. The region experiences significant slave trade, with Arab traders raiding villages and capturing people to be sold as slaves. In the late 19th century, European explorers, including Samuel Baker and Henry Morton Stanley, venture into the region. 1885 to 1956. The Mahdist state, led by the Mahdi Muhammad Ahmad, gains control over Sudan, including South Sudan. South Sudan remains under Anglo-Egyptian condominium rule, administered by both Britain and Egypt. Christian missionaries establish schools and hospitals, introducing education and healthcare services to the region. 1956 to 1972. Sudan gains independence from Britain and Egypt, becoming an independent country. South Sudanese people feel marginalized by the Arab-dominated central government, leading to tensions and conflicts. The First Sudanese Civil War breaks out between the central government and rebels from the South Sudan Liberation Movement, SSLM. 1972 to 1983. The Addis Ababa Agreement is signed, granting the South Sudan region autonomy and ending the First Sudanese Civil War. The South Sudan Autonomous Region is established with its own government and regional parliament. (1983 to 2005). The Second Sudanese Civil War erupts when the central government under President Ghaffar Nimeri abolishes the autonomy of South Sudan. The Sudan People's Liberation Army/Movement, SPLA/M, is formed, led by John Garang, advocating for the rights of the southern region. The civil war leads to immense suffering, displacement, and loss of life, with atrocities committed on both sides. 2005 to 2011. The Comprehensive Peace Agreement, CPA, is signed, ending the Second Sudanese Civil War. South Sudan is granted a referendum to decide on its independence. In 2011, an overwhelming majority of South Sudanese vote for independence, and South Sudan becomes the world's newest nation. 2011 to 2013. South Sudan faces numerous challenges in nation building, including establishing governance structures, infrastructure development, and providing basic services. Ethnic tensions and power struggles emerge, leading to political instability and internal conflicts. (2013 to 2023). In 2013, a political power struggle within the ruling party escalates into armed conflict, resulting in the outbreak of the South Sudanese Civil War. The civil war leads to a humanitarian crisis, with widespread displacement and severe food shortages. Numerous peace agreements are signed, but implementation challenges persist. South Sudan continues to struggle with poverty, corruption, and underdevelopment, hindering its progress towards stability and prosperity. 2023. South Sudan marks its 12th year of independence, still facing significant challenges but striving for peace, development, and the well-being of its people. Economic, cultural, and sports situations in South Sudan. Economic situation. South Sudan's economy is primarily dependent on oil production, with oil accounting for a significant portion of the country's revenue. However, the economy has been severely affected by fluctuations in global oil prices and disruptions in oil production due to conflict and instability. The country faces significant economic challenges, including high inflation, limited infrastructure, lack of diversification, and low levels of human capital development. Agriculture is an important sector in South Sudan, with the majority of the population engaged in subsistence farming. However, the sector faces challenges such as poor infrastructure, limited access to markets, and climate change impacts. Efforts are being made to attract foreign investment, develop non-oil sectors such as agriculture and tourism, and improve economic governance to promote sustainable economic growth and reduce dependence on oil. Cultural situation. South Sudan is home to a diverse range of ethnic groups, each with its own unique cultural traditions, languages, and customs. The country's cultural heritage is rich and varied, with traditional music, dance, and storytelling playing significant roles in community life. Traditional ceremonies and festivals are important cultural events, showcasing rituals, music, dance, and traditional attire. The South Sudanese people have a strong sense of identity and pride in their cultural heritage, which has been an important factor in their struggle for self-determination and independence. Sports situation. Football, soccer, is the most popular sport in South Sudan, with the national football team representing the country in international competitions. South Sudan became a member of FIFA, International Federation of Association Football, in 2012, shortly after gaining independence. The country has a national football league, and football clubs provide opportunities for local talent development. Basketball is also gaining popularity, with South Sudan producing talented players who have made their mark in international leagues, particularly in the United States. Athletics, wrestling, and traditional games such as door, a stick fighting sport, hold cultural and recreational significance in South Sudan. The government and various organizations are working to promote sports at the grassroots level, build sports infrastructure, and support talented athletes.